Coming into 2025, the landscape of valuable skills is changing. So let me show you the skills that will matter most. Starting with the most important one, it's technical skill. You might want to program stuff, do software or websites. You may want to learn how to make hardware. You may study engineering or physics. You might want to learn AI or machine learning. Or the last thing you might pick is finance. Just pick one skill that is technical. The richest man in the world is an engineer. The official richest man, of course. The unofficial is a Judaist, but whatever. The richest man is doing an engineering job. And if you think about the time we live in, nerds are running the world. People with strong technical skills. The technology is ruling the world, not even the human interaction. It's the magic we have in our computers, in the websites. I've started acquiring technical skills pretty late. But now, if I have some idea for a website, I can make it. You might not even realize how important this is. The opportunity to make some projects for yourself, to have something tangible in the form of technical skill. And nerds will continue to rule the world, just trust me. The next crucial skill, especially coming into 2025, is AI literacy. A lot of people still neglect the power of AI, but AI is already smarter than an average person, because computer power is always increasing. For example, Apple's computers are faster by 30% year to year. That's probably why the artificial intelligence is going to be smarter and smarter. There will be AGI, artificial general intelligence, in several years. This is the AI that is going to have better cognitive ability than any human on Earth. For example, I use Claude from Anthropic every day. It helps me with programming, it checks my grammar, it helps me with content ideas. It even analyzes my dreams. Yeah, I really feed every dream I have to Claude and it analyzes them better than probably 90% of psychologists already. So learn how to leverage AI in your everyday tasks. If you used AI before, for example 2 years ago, you were probably thinking that it is stupid, but now it is more intelligent than the average human. And that's scary, but it's just how it is. If you don't use AI, then you get outplayed by people that are using AI. The next nice skill to have is faster typing. If you invest 50 hours into training, you can type 3 times faster. Imagine if you are typing 1 hour every day. I think most of the people do that. So if you invest 50 hours, then it means that you will type the same thing for 20 minutes a day. That means you get 40 minutes back every day. This time investment is going to break even in 2 months, and you have the whole life ahead of you. Most people type 40 words per minute. And I was typing 40 words per minute as I first started. But after 20 hours of training, I doubled my typing speed. Now I have 80 words per minute. Skilled typers have 150 words per minute. So there is a huge room for improvement. That is just nice skill to have that will save you a lot of time. The next skill is making content. Personal brand is important nowadays, even if you want to have a normal job, and especially if you want to be an entrepreneur, because you still need to drive traffic to your offers. And if a lot of people are spending time watching your content, a lot of people know you and respect you, you cannot be broke ever. If you want to have a successful personal brand, you need to start studying storytelling, video editing, persuasive writing. A lot of stuff goes in there. And your social media content is going to probably take a lot of time to take off. And it's a great networking tool as well as the tool to make money. Don't sleep on this opportunity. Maybe that's the biggest leverage there is. To have your own audience. Just pick your favorite platform and post about your interests. For example, you're interested in technology. Okay, post about technology. You're interested in books. Post about books. You're interested in boxing. Post about boxing. Whatever. People are spending more and more time watching content, having these artificial relationships with their favorite content creators. And I think the biggest divide is going to be between people that post on social media and the ones that don't. The ones that post just have more opportunities in life. The next skill is marketing. And what do you think this video is? I'm still trying to influence you, maybe to watch my video to the end, maybe to buy my products, or even for you to like me. I need to influence you in some way. And when you acquire some marketing knowledge, you become kinda jaded. You realize that your decisions, especially your purchasing decisions, were influenced by other people since you was a child. Everything around you is marketing, and there's a lot of marketing skills if you really think about the There is copywriting, there is search engine optimizations, there is the social media strategy. Some people buy ads. For example, they give Mark Zuckerberg $1 and get $2 or $3 or $4 just by making the ads for Instagram and Facebook. It's a difficult skill set. But imagine if you have the opportunity to run ads, and these ads for every dollar spent give you multiple dollars back. That's a very nice skill to have, especially if you have your own product. Then there is search engine optimization. On YouTube and Google especially. It's a free traffic you get when people search something on the internet. You also probably will want to learn about user interfaces or user experience if you're going to build your own websites or applications. Also, the recent trend community building in school or Telegram groups or Whoop. And I think the future of the internet, especially if you want quality information, is going to be kind of private. You pay to get into a private community. I think marketing is essential skill to have, because everything is marketing, everything is sales. The last skill is going to be unorthodoxal, and it's taking risks. Because we live in a time where everything is going to change. And in the world that is changing so quickly, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risks, is to be risk averse. To be timid. That's not the way you should be playing this life. I will completely understand this strategy if you lived in Soviet Russia, for example, or something like that. But we have so many opportunities, and the world is going to change in several years drastically. It is the change that our generation is going to experience. Every opportunity has its own risk to it. There is no opportunity without risk. And I'm not talking about gambling your net worth on meme coins or something like that. You need to balance the conservative and the new age approach. And I think the biggest opportunity you have is to develop yourself, to bet on your own skills, on your own knowledge, on your own projects. This will bring you the biggest return on investment ever. For example, I took a bet recently. I bought an expensive MacBook. I don't have money for it, but I financed it. I have only 4 or 5 months of runway to pay for it. That's just the recent risk I took. And every epic journey starts with a risk. Whatever, in real life or in fiction, in movies, or you might look at the biggest companies, it always involves taking a risk and following through. And this is probably my favorite quote ever by Peter Thiel. In the world that is changing so quickly, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risks. The most successful people are the bravest people. To sum it all up, there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of skills you might want to master. But the biggest pitfall to that is that you might get a shiny object syndrome. You might jump from skill to skill and never progress anywhere. Just have a little of progress everywhere. Focus is the greatest multiplier, the greatest competitive advantage. If you will focus, be persistent, struggle a lot, eliminate distractions, you become good at something. And when you become good at something, the rewards will follow. See you in the next one. Take care.